Hi, it's Crystal here, your nature-inspired relationship coach, and today I'm talking about the perfect partner. And I want to ask you, how many of you have heard of this legendary perfect partner? So the mythical being that you dreamt of as a child. So that might have been the knight in shining armour who would just sweep you off your feet, or perhaps you dreamt of being the knight in shining armour, ready to rescue that prince or princess, sweep them off their feet, and then just leave them ever grateful and eternally admiring of you. And have you ever met that person in real life? And if so, did you skip off into the sunset together to live out the rest of your lives in perfect bliss? Well, of course you didn't. You know, we hear about these amazing fairy tales when we're younger, these lovely romantic stories through film, through TV, through books, through legend, through poems, through songs. And of course that's beautiful. You know, it's really lovely for us to imagine and romanticize, and from early on form our ideal or idea of our ideal perfect relationship. So we dream about that person as we're children, and when we grow up we start to realise that life doesn't always work out that way. So we might have an image or an ideal of our perfect partner when we're young, but when we grow up and life just gets a bit more serious, we realise that actually it's not always possible. And we know that logically. We know that none of us are perfect. You know, we make adjustments, we adjust our expectations around reality, of course we do. But actually, even though we know this logically, it doesn't actually always stop us from having unrealistic expectations in our real relationships. So in real relationships, those unrealistic expectations can come out in a number of ways. So examples would be phrases like, I shouldn't have to explain, or you should just know, or it shouldn't feel like hard work. And they're all phrases I hear really commonly from couples, either outside of the therapy room or inside the therapy room when they come for relationship coaching with me. So there's lots of shoulds and shouldn'ts in there, lots of expectations. What happens basically is that we end up projecting our idea of whoever our or whatever our perfect partner is onto our real partner. When that happens, we do that without them knowing it, and very often without us even knowing that ourselves. And when they don't comply with that ideal of the perfect partner that we've projected onto them, we get really disappointed. And because we don't realise that that's what's happening, we start to question the whole relationship. And it doesn't occur to us that perhaps our partner has a different set of values to us, has a different set of ideals, or perhaps they're doing the same thing and just becoming really disappointed in us for not matching their idea of a perfect partner. And so that we're not matching their expectations either. So how do we overcome this, and how do we get real in our relationships? The solution's really simple, actually. What you need to do is implement the next 2 steps in this order. The first one is ask your partner what's important to them in your relationship. And number 2, tell your partner what's important to you in your relationship. Always seek to understand your partner first before asking them to understand you. So give before taking. I'm not suggesting for a moment that we can't dream, that we can't be swept off our feet by our twin flame and our soul connection and have the most amazing and intuitive, joyful relationships possible. And in fact, I'm actually saying that is entirely possible. But I'm also saying that even the most beautiful plant needs watering, nurturing and attention. And that everything that's worth having takes time, effort and commitment. It doesn't just happen by magic. And it starts with and is cultivated with and it's maintained by effective communication. So if your relationship isn't what you hoped it would be, if you feel like you're disappointed with the direction that it's taken, that you had big dreams for you and your partner that haven't been realised, and you find yourself stuck in a rut, it could well be that you need to set and cultivate your own realistic relationship vision, and that you need to do that together so that you can adjust and manage each other's expectations of how you want your relationship to be. Now that can be really hard to do on your own because you can lose perspective about what's important in your relationship. When you're too involved in a problem, it's very hard to see things clearly. So that's where I can help you. That's where relationship coaching can really help you to decide what that vision is, to plant the seeds of that vision, to cultivate it and maintain it, and to grow it to something beautiful where you can both feel like you have realistic expectations of each other, that the relationship's going in the direction you want it to, and that you can both experience a joyful relationship and really strong, effective communication. So to do that, you can contact me by coming to my website, which is www.crystalwoodbridge.com. That's KRYSTAL woodbridge.com, where you can contact me by emailing me, or you can download a link to my newsletter where you can sign up for that, and you'll get lots of free relationship coaching tips and advice, completely free of charge. But you can comment below this video, and you can definitely reach out to me through my website if you have any questions, or you're not sure exactly where to turn, you feel like you need some relationship help, you're not exactly sure how I might be able to help you. Just ask me, tell me what it is you're struggling with in your relationship, and I will contact you and I will have that conversation with you to see if there's anything that I can do to help you. But the really important takeaway message for today is it's really important that you have realistic expectations of your partner, and that avoids that disappointment in the longer term. So if you need my help to help you realise that, come to my website. Again, it's www.crystalwoodbridge.com, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Take care for now. Bye.